Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Wednesday, February 22nd.
We cannot afford, and we would never put a sheriff's deputy or any of the jail personnel at risk because of not making this decision. And for that matter, inmates. We have a responsibility to inmates.
But despite Flagler County Commissioner Donald O'Brien and others acknowledging the need, the commission wasn't pleased to learn that a jail security system upgrade would cost an extra $1.1 million. The news, which comes just 30 days after the county signed a new budget, means they'll have to dip into their reserves, dropping that fund to an alarming level. Commissioner Dave Sullivan.
When this particular piece of money comes out of our reserves, our general fund reserves will drop below 5%. We'll have less than 5%, and we're not even halfway through the fiscal year. At the end of the budget process in October, I think we might have made things a little different. We cut $1 million or so out of the budget at the last minute. The sheriff had additional requests for money. I just say it's not a good way to run the railroad.
The expenditure leaves the county's rainy day fund at just under $4.5 million. Commissioner Andy Dance.
The reserve to me is an emergency fund, and this is just a bad planning fund is what it's coming out to be. And I worry about us moving forward with this hurricane season approaching again.
County Administrator Heidi Petito acknowledged while it's poor timing, this kind of expense is exactly what reserves are for.
Our reserves are there for a reason, that we tap into them, although it's not ideal. That's what they're there for. As you recall, last year we had to tap into them to replace fire trucks.
Petito said she would like to see the commission build up its reserve fund.
You don't have a lot of wiggle room with your reserves, which is why in the budget process we would like to see the board dedicate more to that and not just replenishing what you took out through the year, but put more in for that rainy day.
Originally, the commission had planned to spend $500,000 on jail system upgrades. Despite their concerns, the commission unanimously approved the extra expenditure. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. Florida's 6th District Congressman weighs in on U.S.-China relations.
Representative Michael Waltz says, look at the past to see what's in the future.
Marx famously said, the founder of communism, that the capitalists will happily sell us the rope with which we will use to hang them. And everybody, all of these institutions, Hollywood, Wall Street, the NBA, academia, when you say, look, these people do not mean us well, and when I say people, I mean the Communist Party of China, not the amazing, wonderful Chinese people that are being oppressed, but that we have to take a tougher stand. They stick their head in the sand because they're all making money, and that's why this adversary is unlike any other.
China's end game is clear.
Don't take it from me. This is from Chairman Xi, who just recently addressed the 20th Party Congress that they have every 5 years. Their end goal is a new world order led by China. The United States is a diminished continental power. The West is on the decline. And from a government standpoint, they're one-party rule techno-surveillance state, which they are exporting all over the world, literally through their surveillance equipment. And from an economic standpoint, what they call socialism with Chinese characteristics. But at the end of the day, they want to be the global superpower, not a global superpower, the global superpower, with us dependent on them.
For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Rich Petchke.
It was another busy weekend for Flagler County Sheriff's deputies.
Flagler County Sheriff's deputies made 19 arrests between Saturday and Sunday. Deputies handled over 1,000 calls for service and made over 200 traffic stops. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
Deputies had another busy weekend with the Daytona 500 overflow crowd into Flagler County. Over the weekend, we arrested a number of people, including one person that during a road rage incident brandished a gun. That is never the solution to road rage.
Then in Palm Coast, a driver, Jennifer Allen, was stopped for a seatbelt violation while floundering for the proof of insurance. Allen allowed the deputy to search her purse. Deputies located drugs in her purse and other narcotics in a pouch tucked into her leggings. Allen is being held in the Flagler County Jail without bond. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll. Listen to News Radio WNZF and Flagler's Morning News anywhere in the world by downloading the Flagler Radio app on your smartphone.